game Lost Odyssey is a traditional turn-based RPG game developed by Mistwalker, who was founded by the man who created the Final Fantasy series. Feel Plus, a sub-company of AQ Interactive, was designed specifically to aid the company Mistwalker for this game. The video game was released outside of Japan in February 2008 and is only available to play on the Xbox 360. The story takes place in a world that is currently experiencing a magical industrial revolution, and while magic was present before, it became super powerful 30 years prior to the start of the game. It's basically like steampunk machines, but magical. You control the character Kaim as he fights in the battle between Bura and Kent, two nations who are at war. During the battle, a meteor hits the battlefield and takes out most of the armies. Kaim joins up with Seth and Jansen to investigate the item called the Grand Staff, only to be captured by forces from another nation called Numara. Along the way, you learn that Kaim and Seth are two beings called Immortals that are very scarce in this world. Where they came from is a mystery, and it seems they all have slight amnesia. After being captured, you are free to roam Numara as the queen, surprise, is an immortal too, but with full-blown amnesia. Through your party, you venture around the warring nations, figuring out why this war is happening, what happened with the Grand Staff, and discover who you are and what your purpose was. The story is pretty damn linear, with the exception of a few optional dungeons and side quests. It can also be a bit confusing, what with all the convenient amnesia they all have, but certain memories and hints are unlocked through text you unlock in the games. These take the form of long stories in a visual novel type format, kind of like the Forest part Nier where you must wake up all the people and save them from sleep. I personally didn't like these huge breaks in gameplay, as some of them took quite a while to read, and they usually happened after something exciting just happened or was about to happen. As for the characters, they are really well done. There are so many conflicts and secrets to find out from each character, it turns into a pretty emotional game. Now, this isn't really a spoiler, but if you don't really want anything to ruin the game, skip this until that time. Okay, so the Immortals age like this. 1,000 years equals 1 year of age for them. If they have children, either with a normal human or between themselves, the offspring is never immortal and will have a lifespan of a human. So you can see how this turns out, especially when your team has immortals as a majority. Certain characters had children and either see them super old, or some of them die or died before they could remember them. And man, the ending? Whew. That was emotional. The battle, like I said before, is that of a traditional turn-based RPG with a few cool features to it. There's the aim ring system that basically makes you try and line up 2 rings to either land a bad, good, or perfect hit with physical attacks. 5 people can be in battle at once and are either in the front row or the back row. Back row is protected by a barrier that is based on the front line's combined HP, but the barrier can break and disappear if the front line takes too much damage. Now here's the weird bit of the game. Mortals gain skills through equipment or learning them by leveling up. Immortals have no skills and learn skills through linking with mortals. So say the mortal has Cure. The immortal can link with them and select Cure and gain points to learn the skill in battle. They can also learn skills through equipment as well, but all the good skills are usually attached to the mortal character. The graphics are well done, and the animations felt really smooth throughout the battle and the game itself. The opening sequence is quite awesome, and although many of you have probably seen things better nowadays, it was pretty damn cool when I saw it 7 years ago. On to the music. Oh yes, the music. Lost Odyssey's soundtrack was composed by Nobuo Uematsu, the man who is well known for producing the Final Fantasy soundtracks. All of the songs are gorgeous, especially the battle and boss themes, as they really get you pumped for fights. Just have a short listen to the battle music here. Play this game again. The voice acting is top notch, and the North American release gives you the option to switch languages, where you can select Japanese, English, Chinese, German, French, or Italian. I stuck with English, and I was not disappointed one bit. So, should you play this game? Oh hell yes! And although the cover of the game says, "From the creators of Final Fantasy," don't go into it expecting Final Fantasy. Go into it for a new experience with great music and an emotional story. There are parts in the game that are difficult and frustrating, one which made me stop playing it for about 4 months, but I'm glad I got back into it to see it to the end. Totally worth it. If you plan to play this game, make sure your immortals learn lots of different skills according to their use. Designate mages, fighters, etc. to get the best setup. Enjoy!